What's up YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here on Ascent Sports, and welcome back to another NFL game predictions video. If you're new to this series, basically, of course, I give my predictions on the following NFL week, the games, who I think are going to win the games, and then I take the two teams, put them on two pieces of paper, and pick them out randomly from a bowl, and that is the Bulls prediction. And so me and the Bull predict the week-to-week games for the NFL. Before we get into the next week, week 9 games and predict those, let's take a look back and see how we did week 8. As you guys can see, I did really good. In fact, I think I did my best record yet. My best record before this was 12-4 on a 16-game week. I went 13-2 on a 15-game week. I think that's my best record yet. Bowl didn't even do too bad itself. It went 10-5, so pretty good too. We did agree a lot, so I didn't think the Bowl was gonna do too bad after I went 13-2. But man, I did really good. 13-2. Gotta keep that up. That was a really good week. Very close of having a flawless week, which I have yet to have, but yeah, only 2 predictions incorrect. That's pretty good. So let's see here which games we got right and wrong. The Vikings beat the Redskins. I got that right, but the Bull got that wrong. The Seahawks beat the Falcons. I got that right, but the Bull got that wrong. The Chargers beat the Bears. I got that right, and the Bull got that right. The Lions beat the Giants. Me and the Bull both got that right. Jaguars beat the Jets. Me and the Bull both got that right. Rams beat the Bengals. Me and the Bull both got that right. Titans beat the Buccaneers. Me and the Bull both got that right. I saw a lot of Buccaneers picks for that, so that's a pretty good one. The Eagles beat the Bills. The Bull got that one right, but I got that one wrong. I just had more faith in the Bills. It's probably, nothing I can do. I just thought the Bills are gonna pull that one out. They seem like a really good team right now, but yeah, Eagles are a good team as well. The Colts beat the Broncos. I got that right, and the Bull got that right as well. The Saints beat the Cardinals. Me and the Bull both got that right. The 49ers lost to the Panthers. Me and the Bull both got that wrong. I really messed that one up. I was predicting an upset there. Didn't happen at all. 49ers defense stepped up, crushed the Panthers. I really thought Christian McCaffrey and I don't know, I thought that offense was going to really just show up against the 49ers, but they did the complete opposite. Well, I think Christian McCaffrey did too well. At least fantasy points say so. So that's that. The Texans beat the Raiders, although that was a close game. Way closer than I thought. Me and the Bull both got that right. The Patriots beat the Browns. I got that right, but the Bull got that wrong. The Packers beat the Chiefs. Me and the Bull both got that right. And the Steelers beat the Dolphins. I got that right, but the Bull got that wrong. So yeah, that's what happened last week. The only games I got wrong, which I picked the Bills to beat the Eagles and the Panthers to upset the 49ers. Those were the only ones I got wrong. So yeah, hopefully I can have a repeat of this success because that was a really good week. I'm very happy with that. Let's see if I can repeat it. Let's see how the Bull does in the week 9 game prediction. Okay, first up, we have Thursday Night Football. We have the 49ers at the Cardinals, and I'm going with the 49ers. It's hard to pick against an undefeated team because they're doing something right, and much less hard to pick against an undefeated team playing a team that's not too good themselves. I don't know. I mean, Cardinals offense has been getting going a little bit. But yeah, I'm going 49ers definitely. I think they're going to be the clear winners for the Cardinals. However, the Bulls gonna take another upset right off the bat. They did this last week. Didn't show up, but Bulls taking the Cardinals to beat the 49ers. I really just don't see the Cardinals being the 49ers' first loss. When I think about first loss, it's against at least an okay team. So I just, with a not too good of a team in the Cardinals. I think the 49ers definitely have this one in the bag. Alright, next up we have a London game, I'm pretty sure, because it's like 9:30 in the morning. Yeah, London game. We have the Texans at the Jaguars, and I'm going with the Texans. I really like the Texans. I've always really liked the Texans. I thought they're kind of slept on in the AFC South. I really thought, the Colts were really hyped up. Before Andrew Luck, and even the Jaguars were being hyped up that they were back. Now, not too much love for the Texans. I didn't see. I didn't really understand why. I didn't think not too much happened. I thought Deshaun Watson was still a good quarterback. So I think they're gonna get this one over the Jaguars. I'm taking the Texans. I think they might have already met this year. I don't know. But yeah, if they did, I think the Texans could sweep them. But I'm going with the Texans. Bulls gonna agree with me and say the Texans are gonna beat the Jaguars in London, and I think that's gonna happen. Alright, next up we have, going into the Sunday 1 o'clock games, we have the Bears at the Eagles, and I'm going with the Bear team and the Eagles here. Mitchell Trubisky apparently is not playing good. I don't know. I guess the Bears defense isn't cutting it anymore to win games. I am really embarrassed when I think of my predictions because I had them going 13-3. I just really thought they were going to be good. I thought Mitchell Trubisky and the offense was going to step up and the defense was going to be just as good. But I think the opposite happened. So, yeah, that's kind of embarrassing on my part. But, hey, what can you do? Not everyone's gonna predict right. But yeah, going Eagles. Bulls gonna agree with me and pick the Eagles to beat the Bears. Eagles have home field advantage. Mitchell Trubisky away. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be good. So yeah, I think the Eagles are going there. Plus, I slept on them with the Bills, and now I should make up for it. Alright, next up we have the Vikings at the Chiefs. And I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes to beat the Vikings. I know they weren't enough to beat the Packers, but man, was Matt Moore kind of balling still. I think they're still gonna ball. I think they still can play. They're still a good football team, even without Patrick Mahomes. They're just a much better one with him. So I think they're gonna be enough to beat the Vikings. I think the Vikings, it's at Arrowhead. I think they might struggle a little bit. So yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs to win this game. The Bulls are actually going to agree with me and say the Chiefs are going to beat the Vikings. This is a toss-up pick, honestly. This is a hard one to pick. Vikings could come out on top. They are at full force versus the Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs are going to upset, maybe. I don't know. I don't like the word upset here because I feel like the Chiefs are still good, but I guess since it is Matt Moore, I guess you could say it's an upset. Okay, and now we have my hardest game this week. In fact, I still don't really know what I'm going to take. We have the Colts at the Steelers. Now, let me explain myself here. Okay, so of course, the obvious pick here is the Colts. The Colts, record-wise, are a better team, and probably this year are the better team. However, as a Steelers fan, I'm still not sleeping on the Steelers' defense. I know they started slow against the Dolphins, but they did bring it back. Now, if they start slow against the Colts, will they be able to bring it back? I don't know. The Colts are still a good team. No matter what, no Andrew Luck. Jacoby Brissett's good, and he's a starter. So I really think that they could get upset here. But the last time they won, and I kind of rode like a hype high from that, I took them to beat, was it the Ravens? However I took them to beat, they lost to. So I'm very, very, very conflicted here. I'm actually gonna give you the Bulls pick first for this time. This is the first time. The Bulls gonna take the Steelers. So the Bulls gonna take the Steelers. The Steelers are at home to beat the Colts. Um, I really don't. It's probably because I'm a Steelers fan that this is so hard, but I really like if the Steelers can beat the Colts. I really want to take it. I feel like they could. I'm having faith in my team. I'm taking the Steelers to beat the Colts. I think they're gonna upset them. I don't think the world's gonna see this cut. I think they can do it. They're gonna beat the Colts. Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers. This is a toss up for me. A lot of people are probably gonna take the Colts. I'm having faith in the Steelers. Steelers, please don't let me down. I really believe you can do this. Not many people do, so I'm going with you. I'm gonna take the Steelers in an upset here. Wow, that was probably my hardest pick of all time. I never spent so much time thinking about one of these picks, honestly. Alright, next up we have a tank bowl in a divisional rivalry. No, not really. We have the Jets at the Dolphins. I'm taking the Jets. I've already expressed that I might have the Dolphins going 16-0. I might not pick them anymore. Plus, I think the Jets are the better football team, no matter what kind of ghost Sam Darnold is gonna be seeing. I think that's a bit too overused. Honestly, that whole I'm seeing ghosts thing from Sam Darnold, I didn't really think too much about it. A lot of people are memeing it and joking about it, but I just kind of took it as him almost joking around about him throwing picks and kind of almost seeing the light in it, or just being man, what am I doing? But yes, I'm going with the Jets to beat the Dolphins. The Bulls actually gonna take the Dolphins. Dolphins' first win here. Divisional rivals, still not the best team. I think Dolphins are at home, but I think the Jets are gonna do it. I'm sticking with the Jets. I think they're going to win, and they're the slightly better football team. Alright, next up we have the Redskins at the Bills. Bills let me down last week, but that that's not gonna keep me from taking them against the Redskins, because they are definitely the better football team than the Redskins. I'm going with the Bills. Yeah, they're the better football team. I know they lost to the Eagles, but that's still a good football team. And yeah, Bills are actually legit this year, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Bulls gonna take the Redskins. Didn't learn this lesson from last week. Still having faith in the Redskins. Maybe. But yeah, no, I really think the Bills have this one. I say they bounce back and they definitely beat the Redskins. They're just a better team. Alright, next up we have the Titans at the Panthers. And another bounce back here. I have the Panthers. The Titans won, but I feel like a lot of times Titans, after they win, they lose. Plus, I think the Panthers are still a decent team. They just, they were going up against a good defense and kind of tweaked. But yeah, once again, Christian McCaffrey can be a game changer, and he can just ball out. So I'm going with the Panthers to beat the Titans. Panthers are at home. However, the Bulls gonna take the Titans. Bulls going on a little bit of a disagreeing streak with me here. So yeah. Hey, the Titans are a decent team. So they could happen, but I think the Panthers are going to win this one. Alright, next up we have the Lions at the Raiders, moving in to the 4 o'clock games. I'm going with the Lions. The Lions, they're coming off a win, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're coming off a win against the Giants. Raiders are coming off a tough loss against the Texans. You feel good about a team when they do play good against a good team like the Raiders going against the Texans. I feel like every time I use that, it doesn't work out for me. So I think the Raiders are gonna lose this one, even though they might be expected to win since they hung in there with the Texans. But I'm going with the Lions. I think they are the better team, and I just see them winning against the Raiders. However, the Bulls gonna take the Raiders to beat the Lions. Raiders are at home, but I think that's not gonna matter. I think the Lions are gonna be the better football team, but we will have to see. Maybe the Bulls got something here. All right, next up we have the Buccaneers at the Seahawks, and I am going with the Seahawks. The Seahawks need to bounce back. No. The Seahawks beat the Falcons. They lost the Ravens a while ago, last week. I think they're much better than the Buccaneers, so I'm going to take them to beat the Buccaneers, especially at home. Bulls going to agree with me this time and say the Seahawks are going to beat the Buccaneers. Yeah, I don't think Jameis Winston had the best game against the Titans. Probably won't have the best game against the Seahawks, and I think the Seahawks are going to win. Alright, next up we have the Packers at the Chargers, and I am going with the Packers. I don't know what happened to the Chargers this year, honestly. They were like one of the better teams last year. They were my Super Bowl pick for the AFC this year. So that's kind of disappointing and once again embarrassing, but yeah. What can you do? But yeah, I think the better football team in the Packers are gonna win this one. I don't think the Chargers are gonna get upset here. I just think the Chargers have been playing too bad to beat a team that's been playing good like the Packers. Although the defense on the Packers side has been tweaking recently. But Matt Moore throw on them, but yeah, I think it's still gonna be enough to beat the Chargers. However, the Bulls gonna take the Chargers to beat the Packers. Still having faith in the Chargers. I mean, I guess it could happen. That is definitely a toss up. But I'm feeling more Packers on that one personally. But if the Bull disagrees, then the Bull disagrees. Alright, next up we have the Browns at the Broncos. I'm going with the Browns. I don't think I've taken the Browns in a while. But I think they're going to be able to beat a team like the Broncos. Joe Flacco seemed like he wasn't happy with some coaching decisions. They don't seem like the best team. Just trade away Emmanuel Sanders. So it's not really good when a team like that loses pieces. And the Browns I think are due for a good game here. Like they've been really hyped up and then not living up to it. So I got the Browns maybe finally having a big game here. Maybe Odell really goes off. And the Browns get a nice win here. The Bulls gonna agree with me and take the Browns over the Broncos. So yeah, I think definitely the Browns can beat the Broncos here. So maybe they do good. Hopefully, though. If they lose this, it might not be looking too good for the Browns' future. Alright, next up we have the Patriots at the Ravens. This is going to be a very good game. This is Sunday Night Football. I'm going with the Patriots. Steelers fan, not trying to be biased, but the Patriots are, I think, the better team. The Ravens are at home, though, and they're one of the few teams that might be able to beat the Patriots. I don't think it's gonna happen. Right now, I think the Patriots are gonna get a win. They're the Patriots and they're the better team. This next 4-game stretch, 4 or 5 games of the Patriots, if they don't lose here, they're probably going 16-0, which is crazy. So yeah, I don't actually think the Ravens are gonna stop them. But the Bull does. The Ravens are at home, and the Bull is going to take the Ravens to beat the Patriots. Bull loving going against the Patriots, but it hasn't really worked out. So can you trust the Bulls pick? Honestly, as a Steelers fan, I don't know what I hope more here. I guess I hope the Patriots to win. It's better for the Steelers, but I mean, the Ravens win. That really this year in this situation, I don't think the Patriots are gonna. That doesn't really matter there. But yeah, I think the Patriots are gonna win. Even all biased aside, I just think they are the better team, and they are the Patriots. Alright, last up we have Monday Night Football. We have the Cowboys at the Giants. And I'm going with the Cowboys. Easy pick, easily the better team. Coming off a bye week, easy getting the dub. But I'd put probably all my money on this one out of all of them. This is, to me, this is an easy pick. Bull's going to agree with this and say the Cowboys are going to beat the Giants. Yeah, Giants aren't that good. Cowboys, even though they went on a 3-game losing streak and lost to the Jets at one point, I still think they are the better team, and they will beat the Giants. And yeah, it's pretty simple. And we got 4 teams on a bye week. We have the Rams, the Falcons, the Bengals, and the Saints all on a bye week. And by the way, I think I forgot to mention this. My overall is 81, 39, and 1. You guys saw in the beginning there. And the Bulls overall is 65, 55, and 1. So I am definitely pulling ahead. But the Bull is, doing good too. Let's recap, shall we? Because me and the Bull were disagreeing there for a little bit. The 49ers at the Cardinals, I'm going with the 49ers. The Bulls going with the Cardinals. The Texans at the Jaguars, I'm going with the Texans. Bulls going with the Texans. The Bears at the Eagles, I'm going with the Eagles. Bulls going with the Eagles. The Vikings at the Chiefs, I'm going with the Chiefs. Bulls going with the Chiefs. The Colts at the Steelers, I'm going with the Steelers. Bulls going with the Steelers. The Jets at the Dolphins, I'm going with the Jets. Bulls going with the Dolphins. The Redskins at the Bills, I'm going with the Bills. Bulls going with the Redskins. The Titans at the Panthers, I'm going with the Panthers. Bulls going with the Titans. Lions at the Raiders, I'm going with the Lions. Bulls going with the Raiders. The Buccaneers at the Seahawks, I'm going with the Seahawks. Bulls going with the Buccaneers. The Packers at the Chargers, I'm going with the Packers. Bulls going with the Chargers. The Browns at the Broncos, I'm going with the Browns. Bulls going with the Browns. The Patriots at the Ravens, I'm going with the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots. The Bulls going with the Ravens. And the Cowboys at the Giants. Me and the Bull are both taking the Cowboys. So that is mine and the Bulls' predictions for the NFL Week 9. If you want to know how we did, make sure you watch the Week 10 video. We'll recap how we did Week 9 like we did with Week 8 and the beginning of this one. And then we'll get in and predict the Week 10 games. But that's going to do it for me now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike. Subscribe or don't subscribe. It's always up to you. I will see you guys in the next video you watch of me. Goodbye.